This activity is called backpack. It's really, really simple. I like to bring a backpack in as a prop when I do this activity, and this is how it works. What you do is you tell your group, and it works really well with partners, also, but group is a great way to do it. I just say, hey, pretend that we told you to bring the item with you today to the meeting that had the most value to you that can fit in a backpack. It can't be any bigger than this. What would that item be? And talk about what you would bring. So these are examples that have been really good we've had in the past. We had somebody talk about a necklace that their grandmother gave them, that before their grandmother passed away, it was their necklace, they gave it to them. Probably one of the best ones I've ever heard was from a kid, and he talked about a mirror that his grandma gave him, and she said it was one of those really old makeup mirrors, and then on the mirror his grandma wrote, every time you look in the mirror, you'll see a piece of me and you. He said, every morning when I'm getting ready for school, I just kind of look in the mirror, reminds me of my grandma. We had another student, this was really cool. She stood up and she said, I would bring this flannel shirt that I'm wearing today. She said, this flannel shirt was my grandfather's. It's the only thing I got of his before he passed away, and it keeps me warm. She said, but it doesn't keep me warm because I'm cold. It keeps me warm because it was my grandfather's. It just makes my heart feel warm. Pretty cool. So those are backpack items. So what we do is we like to give about 20 to 30 seconds for everybody just to kind of think of their backpack item, and then we're going to allow people to share. So I'll give our group think time. We'll give you about 15 seconds. Just think, what would your item be that can fit in your backpack that has a lot of value to you? So 15 seconds. Cool. Who wants to share? Somebody from our group. So tell us what your backpack item is.
I'll share.
Go for it, yes.
Mine would be a family portrait that we took at church recently that has all of the family together because some of my children have moved out of the house.
Awesome, cool. 2 snaps for Tracy. Love that, that's awesome. Somebody else, what would your backpack item be?
Mine would be a note that is on my mirror that my son wrote. Means a lot, and it just says, find the gold in someone today. And it just reminds me every day to go out and look for that in people. So I would keep that with me.
That's awesome. Two snaps from Mrs. Schmidt. Awesome. So you can just see there's some motion in there, right? And we're 2 in. That's what's really powerful about this activity is the emotion that comes out in it. And this is the conversation piece that goes with the backpack activity. It's about value. So what I always like to do is after, give groups time to share, and then we bring it back to a big group and I always say, hey, there are a couple people in here that are willing to share their item with the whole group, right? And there's always people that are like, yeah, I want to share mine. It's a note for my son, right? Or it's this, cool. And I say, think about this. If you put those items on eBay, how much money would you get for them if you sold them? Okay. Somebody's like, dude, I got this really nice necklace, man. It's worth a lot of money. Cool. A note, nobody's probably going to buy that, right? But to you, that item is invaluable. Why do those items have value to you? Typically, it's because they're connected to a story, to a person. That's why they have value to you. And as a principle, the point you can make with your staff is, think about this. Your kids in class, you have value to them. And the reason why you have value to them is because the story you have with them and how you're connected to them, right? So how do we spend more time building that story and connection? Because that's how you're really going to add value. Cool. That's how you do backpack.